Hello creative, welcome to another edition of today's tutorial with the Magic Maker myself. In today's video, we're going to be looking at various websites where you can get resources to up your design game. So basically, it's still one of the ones that you should have noticed that I used mostly, but then we're going to be looking at other, will I say, projects that are in affiliation with them. So when you check freepik.com, enter, and you get here now. Normally you can get some PSD files here. I think I've talked about it a lot of times. In fact, let me show you the mockup I used, book cover mockup. I showed you some layout design in my previous video. So this was actually where I got the mockups. Book cover. So this was actually where I got the mockup in case. But then I think I changed my search query. Okay, so this opens your mind to what is actually possible here. You can also get free pictures that you want to use to your design. If you want to create your own mockups, you can also work with this using your warp tool and using your transform controls. You can actually place your design on this using this placement map that I taught in one of my videos as well. That's the Is it the adjustment layer videos? One of my videos that talked about making your own mockups. So you can watch all of my videos that talks about making mockups to learn about that. Then you have vectors basically. So your scalable vector graphics, that's your SVG. You also have EPS files here and all of that. And what I'm getting here is dependent on my search because what I searched was what? Book cover. So let me say magazine cover mockup. I can't remember the exact query I used. I would have really loved to show you the template I actually used. But it is actually here if you have the right search query, okay? So that is all for Freepik. But then you have the premium section, you also have the free. So I usually use the free. Now if you're using the premium, definitely you're putting that on the bill of your client anyway. What I want to talk about majorly is the project section. So one of them is flat icon, which we've talked about. The next one you have here is Slidego. There's a particular design I did for AL, where I just came here and I just picked the templates. What I just did was to put all of my text then change the pictures and things like that. So all of these things are going to speed up your workflow, especially when you have a presentation. This will really speed up your workflow. So you can just check, what should we check for? Presentation. So you can see different types of PowerPoint file. You can open it in Google Slides to edit them. You can also open it in PowerPoint straight up. Now, another thing I want to talk about is this thing, Storyset. I use Storyset to get pictures that I use for my design. If you check my IG page at Rocky Robot Bond, let me see, Instagram. Okay, Rocky Robot Writes rather. Rocky Robot Bond is for my my filmmaking and visual design activities. So let's check Rocky Robot Writes. That's where I tell stories. I just want to show you now. All of these icons that you see here were gotten from Storyset. So you can incorporate them in your design to give it more features, to make it real so that people can actually have connection. Now, if you see what I wrote here now, I can't sleep. I can actually see a particular illustration that is showing somebody that has insomnia. So all of these things can put your story in perspective so that people don't really assume what you mean. Because when you put something down in text, it is just text, there's no emotions to it, which is one of the reasons why we have emojis. So Storysets are going to put your design in the right perspective so that there's no assumption of what you mean. That is for Storyset. That's for Storyset. Now the next one we have here is, alright, the next one I want to talk about here is Videvo. Is it Videvo or Videvo? Videvo. Videvo. Yeah, so the next one I want to talk about here is Videvo. So Videvo, definitely free videos, stock footages and all of that. So you can get that here. This is still in affiliation to Freepik. So if you are a motion designer, you have your own YouTube channel like me, definitely stock footages could come in handy sometimes, especially when you have classes that you want to teach. Now, another one we want to look at here is Wepik. So if you look at what you have here for Wepik now, you can start creating amazing design using templates. So design made easy for your business is discover and try out collection of templates easy to use and fully customizable. So this is like a little bit of Canva, okay, where you have them done already. So for those of you that are Canva-based or Canva-based rather, and you're looking for an alternative, I guess this is your alternative. So don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. And let's move. You can edit the templates. Let go. So by the time you come here, next, definitely if you have fundamental knowledge of graphics design or you've been watching my videos since I started uploading, you would know that, okay, you can actually work with all of this. So you just have to look for the template that suits what you want to do, and you don't even need design skills to be able to use this particular platform. So you have templates, you can add your text. So all you just have to do is come here, spend some time and play around with design. You can make some amazing stuff. But I'm not really a big fan of using Canva or things like this. I'm just a straight up hardcore guy. Photoshop, InDesign, I don't know. But then for those of you that are not design heavy, you can come here for your alternative and to make life really easy for you, okay? And let's say maybe I'm in a hurry, I'm not with my laptop, I could just easily do some designs on my iPad using this, because the iPad screen is definitely bigger than your phone screen. So you can actually use this for improvisation. And there's one more that I wanted to talk about. Is it? Okay, let's still see the Storyset. Let's see. Okay, yeah. What I did not mention about the Storyset is it's not like you can just get pictures. It's fine, you can download them as PNG and use them in your artwork like I did. But then you can also download them as animated figures. Let me show you what I mean. If you come here now and I click on randomize, you see the way it is animated. Now that means that I can download them as a video, entrance video. So what I usually do when I use this for video editing is I download the entrance video, then I also download the looping video, but then the size, I always have to increase it to 800 so that I can get the most of the quality, because you can't take it more than 800 because of the concept you were created for. They were not created for maybe like you're doing a 4K shoot or things like that. They're just created for websites. If you've checked a website like SymbiBot, let's check SymbiBot. SymbiBot. Okay, if you check SymbiBot now, you're going to see that there are some story sets. I don't know if they actually got it from motion. You can actually create your own and you can add motion to it. I know you can do this as a UI designer anyway, but this gives you the idea of what a story set could be. So this could be a video that is actually looping, a transparent video, and it could just be looping and you won't actually know. So story sets can actually modify. Look at this now, this is an illustration. So look at how everything is minimalistic and you have this story set making your website look really, 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 really amazing. Really amazing, okay? So by the time you animate it, let me use this one. You can also change the color. And I'm going to show you one of the applications so you get the idea. You can change the color, you can show all layers, you can remove anything you want, anything you don't want, you can remove them. Then by the time you come to the animate section, you can decide to animate them yourself. So if I click on this, I can decide to animate it, make it shake. Come to this one, fading, slide to the left, that's like the entrance. But I like doing randomize until I get the particular view that I love the most. So if I randomize, then export, change it to 800 by 800 to get the most quality. And you can try to increase it to 900, you see that it will not go, okay? So you download the video, the entrance, then you download the looping. So what I do is for the looping section, I put it back to back. I don't want to show us a little bit of video editing or video editing, but let me quickly show us how it works in Premiere Pro straight up. Then the looping section. Randomize, exports. Why can't I get the looping section? Normally I can download the looping section. Let's check from that one. Let's see. Okay, I guess you have to do your own edits to make the looping feature available. So by the time I download the video for the looping feature, okay, I'm downloading at 500 again. Let me make it 800 by 800. Download video. So I'm just going to open, what was the recent project I was working on? Let me open testing. I know we're here for design, but I just want us to get the idea. Though I'm not doing video tutorials on video editing yet, but this is just to complete the whole package about Freepik, Wepik, Storyset, Slidego, and their Figma plugin and everything. Though I won't be showing you how to use their Figma plugin anyway. But my Premiere Pro is taking so much time to load, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is, let me quickly add a color matte. Let me add a color matte. I'm going to pick white, okay? Pick white, so bring it here. Put my endpoints here. Then the videos I downloaded, which browser did I use? I used Opera. Okay, so I'm just going to download, bring in this too. Okay, so now this one is the intro section. I'm just going to drag it in. That's the entrance section that we downloaded. So by the time you play the video, I'd just like to move it to the beginning. To the beginning here. Then I'm going to copy the position, copy. I'm going to drag in the second video, okay? Then once I've done that, I'm going to paste. Paste, okay? So when I play now, if you watch it now, you see that it continues. So this is like the concept, and knowing this as a visual designer is also going to help you, especially when you are trying to do motion graphics, because there are some clients that you are going to work with, they are going to request for motion graphics. So having knowledge about this, even though you are not going to do them, will really, really help you. So let me reset. Okay, I just noticed the color matte moved. So if you look at this now, it's just the looping section that you will continue repeating, and to look like the video is what is unending, okay? So that's just the idea here, and we've used that for a lot of videos, or some of the videos we've done for some clients that had to do with little animation in AR media, okay? So I'm just going to go back to where I was. All right, so let me see that I'm not leaving anything out. Then Freepik for Figma. So basically, if there are some story set that you actually like, you could actually get the codes to use. So this one is everything you have in Freepik available for you to use as a plugin in Figma. Available to use as a plugin in Figma. Then you have Storyset too for Figma, just like what we saw with SymbiBot, just for you to get the idea. Then what else? Wepik, we've talked about all of this. And there are some designs here. Is it the Storyset that you can actually get the HTML codes that work with them? Yeah, I think it's the Storyset. If you remember, for the Storyset when we were here before, so by the time let me just open this and we go to animate it. Let's randomize the export section. You can see that you have codes here for you to use for script type, so you can remove the animated class from the SVG and add this script to delay the animation after the document. SVG and CSS separate, SVG and CSS, copy and paste. So this will help you get the feature into the design that you're actually doing as a front-end developer or as a UI UX person, depending on the case. So you can see that here now it is modeled like a UI, and you have it at the top of your phone layout. Look at it for a website. Now that's why the file size are not usually that large. So it is very important for you to have this knowledge, as you can step up your design to make you make better magic and keep you in business. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Comments, engage the comment section, ask any question. In fact, if you watch the video to this point, state your name and where you're watching this video from. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.